Mr. Boyce, can you tell me about the immigrant experience and how immigrant labor affected the United States in the period from 1865 to 1898?
Sure. Once upon a time.
Okay, immigrants came from both Europe and Asia. Primarily Irish, English, Germans migrated from Europe. From Asia, the Chinese immigrated to America in order to take part in the gold rush from 1848 to 1855. People fled Ireland due to the potato famine of 1845 through 1849, and German Jews came to escape persecution. In many European countries, increased population and industrialization created an impoverished working class, causing many to seek out Americans for economic opportunity. Many families came to America in search of new opportunities.
What was the difference between European and Asian immigrants?
Asian immigrants had a different experience than European immigrants. They faced harsher treatment. European immigrants usually immigrated to northeastern United States, and Asian immigrants usually moved to California.
What was some key legislation involving immigrants?
The Chinese Exclusion Act prevented Chinese laborers from immigrating to the U.S. The Immigration Act of 1875 prohibited the immigration of criminals to the USA. It was later amended to add the restriction of people with contagious diseases and polygamy views. It also permitted the deportation of unauthorized immigrants.
What were some key events that affected immigrants?
Some key events from 1865 to 1898 were the Chinese Exclusion Act, the Potato Famine, Hull House Settlement, opening of Ellis Island, and Plessy versus Ferguson.
How was urbanization affected by immigrants?
Urbanization was a product of population increase in the United States after widespread immigration. States, especially in the Northeast, adapted to the population increase by creating more industrial jobs for immigrants and Americans to work in. This led to the industrial focus in the North since their main economic source was factory labor and mass production. While many lower-income Americans and immigrants were offered these factory jobs, they experienced poor working conditions and earned insufficient wages. Some of the poor working conditions that they experienced were lack of cleanliness, ventilation, and unsafe temperatures. The immigrants experienced even greater hardships as many Americans discriminated against them for taking their jobs. For this reason, many immigrants were forced to assimilate some aspects of their culture to American culture. While they largely assimilated, they still kept some aspects of their culture, such as their language, cuisine, and religious beliefs, these being microcultures.